Hello, beautiful. Nikki here from Crazy Simple Truth. And this morning we are going to do another book in our Old Testament background studies workbook. So if you missed the first video, we did the book of Genesis, and I will show you that here. This book is great because you can order little print-offs that tell you everything about the books, right? You have study Bibles that tell you everything about the books. But until you get your hands on it and actually write it out, study it for yourself, write it out, you're not going to retain the information as well. The reason why you need to retain the information is because when you are studying other books in the Bible, you want to remember when you come across a cross-reference verse in Exodus, what was Exodus about? Who wrote Exodus, right? Who were they writing to? What was the main message and theme? And that way, you will have this in your memory bank of your brain, okay? Okay, so today we are going to do Exodus, and you can get this book on Amazon if you're interested in it. I believe that there's also a printable version on my website, but we are going to go ahead and do this. I'm using this morning my NIV study Bible. This is really, really thorough, so if you're looking for a really good kind of maybe advanced student study Bible, this is a great one. I will link it below. What we're going to do is look for the human author and what do you know about him. So we know that this is Moses. He wrote the first 5 books, right? Oh, by the way, I have a little tiny human here with me. And so if you hear or singing or anything like that, then that's what's going on down there, the little sweet pea. Okay, so I'm going to show you something different that I have not done in one of these videos here. We are going to look up Moses in the back of the study Bible. So this is a dictionary concordance, all right? These are super helpful to find cross-reference verses, but also to define some of the words. And so we're going to look at Moses here because this is going to give us information that we didn't necessarily get last week. It says he was a Levite, the brother of Aaron, put in a basket into the Nile, discovered and raised by Pharaoh's daughter, which we wrote a lot about that, fled to Midian after killing an Egyptian, married Zipporah, fathered Gershom, called by the Lord to deliver Israel. So because I know in Exodus he was called by the Lord to deliver Israel, I'm kind of going to go with that route, okay? So I've picked a couple of colors here. I'm going to do some aqua and some pink. I will try to post these things below. I'm not very good at that, but if you click my Amazon shop link and then search these things, it really helps me out. So we're going to start by going ahead just for fun and tracing around this. Okay, the human author. So let's go like this. All right, so what can we write about Moses that is different than we wrote before? Today I'll try to spell it right. We're going to have a baby singing to us in the background. How sweet is that? Okay, Moses, I didn't put in last week's, he fled to Midian. So let's go ahead and write that. Fled to Midian after killing an Egyptian. I know that it seems hard to find time for these when you're in a book of the Bible, but your best way to spend free time is in the Word of God. So if you're doing another in-depth study, or some of you are even doing a church one and an online one with me, if you're doing that, just know that there are things in your day, in your week, that you can cut out 45 minutes and take the time to go through these books. There's 66 books in the Bible, so there is a lot to learn. Married Zipporah. Now these things all happened in Exodus, even Moses being put in the basket. So I really could have wrote all of that information. Moses comes on the scene in Exodus. So last week we learned about how he was put in the basket. I think he fathered more than one child, but I'm not certain. I've never done a character study on Moses. I do have a character study book, and I'm hoping to do one soon. But I'm not doing Moses, but I am hoping to do one soon. Called by the Lord to deliver Israel. So that's my last thing I'm going to put. Called by the Lord to deliver Israel. Okay, then we've got who was the original audience and what do you know about them? So we're going to go back to our entry pages. This is the NIV Study Bible. We're going to go back here, and it's going to have this little quick look here, and it's going to tell us really quickly. Moses, the audience is God's chosen people, the Israelites. So God's chosen. Now, if you've seen me do this before, you know that I like to add color and post different textures, so post-it notes and tape. The reason why is it's more fun to go back and look at, and it helps me get more hands-on. If you haven't heard me say this before, I'm a homeschool mom, and so I learned that kids learn best with hands-on. We all have different learning styles, but hands-on works for everyone. And I believe God made us that way. I'm going to take a little piece of my tape and tape this down on the corner. Add some more texture to it. Now, if you're not creative, you don't have to do this. And maybe you're even bored with me doing it. I don't know. But it helps me remember these things better. So you don't have to be creative to do this. What was the purpose of the book and what type of writing is it? So we're going to look here. Chronology, author, and date. We're going to go ahead and put the date because I do have that information, and that is going to be right here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to do the key people or places. I don't know if we have the key people in here. We may have to look through the outline to find that. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I think so far you can. We might have to look through the outline to do that. So let's see what we can figure out here. Maybe I'll come back to that. Okay, what are the main messages and themes? What was the purpose of the book and what type of writing is it? Okay, so we know that these first 5 books are a narrative, and they are to tell a story about God. Really, ultimately, the Bible isn't about the people. The Bible isn't about what we can learn from it. The Bible is about God. So that is the ultimate source of everything. This is so funny. The baby's trying to figure out who I'm talking to because in her mind, she knows that this is weird, that I'm talking like this and I'm not looking at her. It's so cute. So cute. Okay, so let's say, what was the purpose of the book and what type of writing is it? Somewhere I wrote, yes, right here, there is a list. Okay. So we've got a list here, themes and theology, all right? And so we're going to just write down some of these things. God. I said this in the last video, but if you're interested in learning how to take creative notes and using some little simple drawings and things like that to make some title boxes and different things, I have a workshop in my on my website that's creative note taking, and you can sign up for that. It's not free. There is a cost for it, but you do get a printable workbook that you can work through along with me in the video. So it's pretty cool. God reveals his name, his attributes, his redemption, his law, and how he is to be worshipped. It also reports the appointment and work of Moses as the mediator. Okay. Okay. It says relates how ancient covenant relationship between God and his people came under a new administration. with the covenant given at Mount Sinai. So I'm just going to leave it at this. Okay, let's put Mount Sinai covenant. Mount Sinai covenant. That's not the kind of covenant it was. That's where it was. With God's people. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to use my Aqua Stabilo pen here. And we're going to do this. She's trying to write on my page with the pen. How cute is that? Okay, kiddo, you trying to help me? You are a good helper. All right, then we've got time of writing. We don't know where he was at time of writing. Let's see what we have over here. Sinai and Canaan. So let's go ahead and write that. I don't know where I found it at, but let's go ahead and write it. Okay. Can you guys see her writing? It's so stinking cute. Okay, who are key people or key places? We're going to have Moses, obviously, God's chosen mediator between him and his people. Okay, then we're going to have, let's see if it mentions anyone else in this. I don't think it does, honestly. What are the main messages and themes? So some of that we wrote down in the purpose of the book. The purpose of the book was this. I didn't write down that it's a narrative. Let's see, what type of writing is it? A narrative. A true story. Story. Why doesn't it give us key places? The route of the Exodus. Okay, here's something cool. Here's a fun fact. We could put that there, but I'm going to put this fun fact here. I'm going to write it on one of these little guys. If I can peel it off of there with one hand. Multitasking, that's what moms do, don't they? Okay, let me grab another book and stick it under this one. I think that'll help me write better. Here's the New Testament book. I actually have these out now that have this really cute floral cover that I wish I would have gotten instead of these. So what we're going to write here is Exodus. Is derived from the Greek exodos, the name given to the book by those who translated the Septuagint. The Exodus means exit. Okay, I'm just going to say Exodus is derived from the Greek exodos. It means, did you drop it? It means to exit or departure. Exit, I'm getting really messy, or departure. I'm going to write main messages and themes. So in the NIV Study Bible, let me see if I can show you this. Themes and theology. So some of the main themes, see number 3, I'm going to write, because some of the main themes are down here in number 3. God is present with his people. That's what I was trying to write. There's no right or wrong things to write in this other than the author, the audience, and the date. And really key people and places, but even then, you may write different things, and that's okay, okay? You do what your research sends you on, what trail your research sends you. God raised up his servant Moses to liberate people from Egyptian bondage. Oh, this is good. Let's go ahead and do an arrow. And then we're going to do so let me show you what I'm using right now. This kind of sums up Exodus, and I'm just going to put it under fun facts. So let's go ahead and put this. We're going to do some And there it is. I hope this video was super helpful. Stay tuned because I'm going to be doing some more in this Old Testament background studies workbook, and I will see you later. You're beautiful. God loves you. Bye.